The week in Salem begins, bold calculations, and quiet but touching sacrifices. The two upcoming episodes, Monday, May 5th and Tuesday, May 6th, will take viewers through a series of major turning points in the characters' lives, from dangerous decisions to save loved ones, to explosive arguments between the city's most powerful families. As Monday, May 5th, ushers in a new week of dramatic turns and irreversible decisions, the citizens of this beloved town are forced to confront their deepest fears, make unimaginable choices, and reckon with the ghosts of both past and future. Broken Heart, a mother's wisdom and a son's turmoil. Marlena and Johnny. The episode opens in a moment of quiet, but one heavy with meaning. Marlena sits in the living room, the soft light of morning casting long shadows, when Johnny enters, visibly weighed down by the events of the past few days. Marlena, ever the guiding light for her family, senses the unease in her son before he says a word. Their conversation starts gently, memories, questions, and soft words about family, but it quickly dives deeper. Johnny confesses that he's struggling with the concept of fatherhood, wrestling with guilt and grief over the broken adoption plans. Marlena reminds him that fatherhood is not always about blood, but about heart. Her words carry the weight of years, of experience, and love. She urges him to look beyond EJ's missteps and into his own heart for the truth. Marlena's advice isn't just maternal. It's strategic. She sees the growing distance between Johnny and Chanel, fueled by confusion, hurt, and the manipulation of outside forces. She knows that if Johnny doesn't take control of his future now, he might lose everything he wants most. Magnifying glass tilted left a dangerous plan. Sean and Steve go rogue. Meanwhile, across town, another duo gathers in secrecy. Sean is pacing, visibly tense, as Steve lays out the early details of an incredibly risky plan, one that could change Beau's life forever. They're trying to obtain a powerful, experimental drug that could potentially bring Beau back, not just physically but mentally. The stakes are sky high. Sean doesn't want Steve involved. He's a civilian now, but his past as a lawman still leaves him vulnerable. One wrong step and Steve could be arrested or worse. But Steve, as always, refuses to back down. They need access, and there's only one person who can get them inside the hospital without raising alarms. Kayla. Sean is reluctant. Involving Kayla could put her career and her reputation on the line. But Steve insists. Kayla knows the risks, and she may be their only hope. Still, there's a catch. If the drugs go missing, Kayla is the obvious suspect. After all, she's already asked about them, and everyone knows how desperate she is to help Beau. If she disappears even a single vial, she could lose her license, her freedom, and everything she's worked for. Yet despite the danger, the plan begins to move forward. It's clear that Beau's family is willing to risk everything for him, but will the price be too high? Fire Chanel faces off with EJ, and Chad fights a battle of the heart. Monday's tension doesn't end there. At DiMera Enterprises, the air grows thick with confrontation. Chanel storms in to confront EJ, who is uncharacteristically off guard. She doesn't hold back. Her words are cutting, raw, and honest. She demands to know why he sabotaged the adoption, why he allowed Johnny to suffer, and how he could act so heartlessly. EJ, rattled but defiant, tries to deflect, but it's clear he's shaken. Chanel is no longer the calm, collected woman he once underestimated. She's a force of fury driven by love and justice, and she's not afraid to tear down anyone who stands in her way. Meanwhile, Chad is watching everything unravel. He's been suspicious of EJ's motives for weeks now, but the online auction and the sudden bid for Kat Green have pushed him over the edge. Why is EJ suddenly so interested in Kat? Is it business, pleasure, or something more? Chad confronts his brother, but EJ, in his usual fashion, turns the tables. He suggests, half joking, half serious, that maybe Chad has feelings for Kat himself. Chad bristles. He denies it, but his eyes betray him. The truth? Chad does feel something. Something unexpected, inconvenient, and intense. And it terrifies him. He met with Kat earlier that day, trying to talk her out of going on the charity date with EJ. He tried to warn her. But Kat, ever the professional, insists it's just business and a commitment she can't break. Still, Chad can't shake the feeling that EJ has a deeper game in motion. And he's determined to stop it no matter the cost. Magnifying glass tilted left Tuesday, May 6th. Secrets, rage, and a teenager's breaking point. If Monday was a fuse, Tuesday is the explosion. Sean finds himself face to face with Jada, questions spilling out faster than she can answer. It's not just about Rafe's sudden disappearance or their broken relationship, it's about the tension simmering beneath the surface. Sean needs to know where the department stands. If he and Steve go through with the heist, they can't afford a single misstep. Jada's loyalty and silence could make or break everything. At the same time, Gabby spirals. She's been keeping her rage barely contained for days, but now the dam bursts. Whether it's lingering suspicion about the recent shooting, frustrations with Titan's handling of Gabby Chic, or the weight of her own past catching up to her, Gabby snaps. Her outburst shakes the room and threatens to destroy everything she's worked for. Elsewhere, sadness replaces rage. In a dimly lit bedroom, Sophia lies still, tears silently soaking her pillow. Her dreams of a perfect prom night, of walking across the stage at graduation, of a carefree teenage life, all slipping away. The canceled adoption has gutted her. And now her mother, Amy, is refusing to even consider restarting the process. They still have 3 months, but that doesn't seem to matter. Amy's fears have taken over. And Sophia, stuck on partial bed rest, is watching her world shrink one painful day at a time. Tate tries to comfort her. He brings flowers, plays her favorite song, and jokes about sneaking her out for milkshakes. But nothing can erase the pain. For Sophia, it's not just about missing prom, it's about losing control of her future. Meanwhile, another heartbreak unfolds quietly. Doug 3, still hiding in a homeless shelter, avoids Holly completely. He knows that if she sees him, if she learns where he's been staying, she'll try to save him. And he doesn't want that. He doesn't want to be anyone's burden anymore. Holly waits for a message, a sign, a glimpse, but none comes. The silence speaks volumes. Days of Our Lives shocker. DiMera's mysterious date with Kat Green sparks rumors of revenge, jealousy, and a brewing love triangle. Get ready, Salem fans. A storm is brewing. And at the center of it all is none other than DiMera, who never fails to mix charm with chaos. After weeks of recovery from a near-death experience, is back in action, and this time he's making headlines with a grand romantic gesture that has everyone talking. On an upcoming episode of Days of Our Lives, DiMera surprises everyone by bidding and winning a date with the glamorous Kat Green at the hospital's high-profile fundraising bachelor party auction. While some see this as a simple act of charity, longtime viewers of Salem know better. This is DiMera after all. Every move he makes is calculated. Every step he takes is layered with hidden intent. And this latest one? It's got the whole town and the audience buzzing with questions. A bachelor bid or a power play? Let's backtrack. Not long ago, was in a coma, the result of a traumatic shooting that rocked the DiMera family to its core. Salem held its breath as he hovered between life and death. Now awake and regaining his strength, isn't easing quietly back into society. No, he's jumping right back into the spotlight, starting with the spectacle of bidding on Kat Green. But why? Some whisper that his motives are purely romantic. After all, Kat Green is smart, poised, and beautiful, a woman who doesn't go unnoticed. Others, however, see something more calculated in EJ's actions. Did he place that winning bid simply to get under someone's skin? And if so, whose? The Bell Black factor. A jealousy game? There's a long, complicated history between EJ and Bell Black. Though their entanglement never fully blossomed into something solid, the emotional scars still linger. Especially after Bell's betrayal involving a certain scandalous strap-on stunt that humiliated EJ in front of more people than he'd like to count. Could this auction be EJ's way of getting back at Bell? By parading Kat on his arm in front of Bell, is he hoping to ignite the flames of jealousy? Or is this about showing Bell and the rest of Salem that he's moved on, that he's stronger, richer, and more desirable than ever? For Bell, watching EJ whine and dine another woman could stir up long-buried feelings she's tried to suppress. And if that's the case, EJ may be playing his cards to perfection. A sibling rivalry reignited? But Bell might not be the only target. There's also the matter of Chad DiMera, EJ's own brother. Chad has shown more than a passing interest in Kat himself. And if EJ suspects that Chad's feelings for Kat run deeper than friendship, he may have seen the bachelor auction as the perfect opportunity to strike. Sibling rivalry isn't new in Salem, especially when it comes to the DiMeras. But this latest twist adds a romantic edge to their ever-contentious relationship. Is EJ trying to make Chad squirm? Is he inserting himself between Chad and Kat deliberately, hoping to cause a stir, or even drive them apart? And if so, what will happen when Chad confronts him? The mystery of EJ's intentions. Some fans are willing to give EJ the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he simply wanted to contribute to the hospital's fundraising efforts. After all, EJ is a wealthy man who knows how to put on a public show. Winning the auction could be his way of gaining favor with the community, especially after the damage to his image from past scandals. Others believe this is the beginning of a deeper plan. Perhaps EJ's feelings for Kat are genuine. Maybe this date will be the spark that ignites something real between them. But let's be honest. DiMera and innocence rarely go hand in hand. There's always another layer beneath the surface. Always another agenda hiding behind that smirk. A date with destiny or disaster. What happens on this date could reshape the relationships around them. If sparks fly between EJ and Kat, it could push Chad to confront his own feelings. If Belle shows signs of jealousy, it could reopen old wounds. And if EJ is playing all sides at once, he may be walking a dangerous tightrope. Is this a one-night stunt, or the beginning of a complicated love triangle, or even a quadrangle? Could Kat become the new center of Salem's most dramatic emotional tug-of-war? What the future holds. Clues from behind the scenes. Here's where things get even more interesting. Behind the scenes, Days of Our Lives fans recently got a peek at a teaser photo for the soap's 60th anniversary celebration. In it, Chad, EJ, and Kat appear side by side, posing for what seems like a promotional shoot for episodes airing in November. That tells us something big is coming. A long-term story arc is in the works. And that means EJ's night with Kat isn't a one-off affair. It could be the first domino to fall in a series of dramatic, heartbreaking, and possibly scandalous events leading into the end of the year. Adding to the drama is the news that actor Billy Flynn, who plays Chad DiMera, is set to leave Days of Our Lives in early 2026 to join The Young and the Restless. According to current reports, Chad will not be recast. This opens the door for Kat's storyline to shift in unexpected ways. If Chad is exiting Salem, then Kat will need a new romantic partner. Or perhaps a new nemesis. EJ could fill either role. Or both. What we know, what we don't, so what do we know? EJ DiMera is out of his coma and back in action. He bid and won a date with Kat Green at the Bachelor auction. His motives are murky: revenge, jealousy, image rehab, or something else entirely. Belle and Chad both have potential emotional stakes in this situation. Behind-the-scenes photos tease a long-term entanglement involving all three. Chad's departure looms, meaning big changes are on the horizon. And what don't we know? Everything else. That's the magic of Days of Our Lives. As viewers, we're left guessing, theorizing, analyzing every word, every glance, every mysterious smile. Is EJ using Kat to manipulate his brother and his former flame? Or is he genuinely falling for her in the process? No matter the answer, one thing is certain: Salem is about to get a whole lot messier. Final thoughts: EJ's date with Kat Green isn't just a simple night out. It's a chess move in a much bigger game. Whether it's about power, pride, love, or vengeance, the consequences will ripple through Salem in the weeks to come. So buckle up, DOL fans. Keep your eyes on EJ, because when he plays to win. And in Salem, winning always comes with a price.